between the low sun, the flat ride, and the good wind, it's the perfect time to take shadow pictures. Shadow pictures are when you take a picture of your shadow. It's a total staple of a cross-country trip. You have to have a shadow picture. And with our backpacks and our equipment, Micah and I were especially going to look dope with our shadow pictures. And Micah thinks that he's like this professional photographer, right? And so he's messing with the shutter speed and the framing and whatnot. And we hear this truck come up, or I hear this truck. And I assume Micah does, because we're both on the shoulder, hugging it, taking our shadow shots. And the truck gets louder and louder, and then it passes us. And I see it's a Tyson truck, filled with these fucking screaming crates of chickens with feathers coming from the back, like some kind of metaphor or something. And I scream up to Micah, and I say, "Look at that fucking slave poultry." And he looks back at me, and he starts to say something, and he laughs, and he has his left hand on the handlebar and his right hand on his bullshit fucking professional camera. And he starts to say something, but then the truck bed separates from the cab, flies backwards, and takes him off the road. So what I don't have are these pictures from Wyoming. You know, we took these pictures from Continental Divide. He caught a fish with his hands. He stood really still, and the fish was like bigger than his head and his neck. And also we took these other corny timer shots with our back tires in the Pacific, because that's another thing you do for a cross-country trip, you know? Because then when you get to the Atlantic, you dip your front tires in, and then I have this picture of him, and he was fake falling off, and for a second it was real, because, you know, he was this gifted physical comedian. Like, he really could have done that for real, you know? And then there are the pictures that I don't remember, and maybe losing those is worse than the ones that I do. And the funny thing is he hadn't sustained any head injuries or any major trauma, but he was face down in the mud for about 45 minutes, and so he suffocated. And the thing that everyone is pissed at me about is that after I talked to the police, after I talked to his mom and my mom, I got back on my bike and I kept riding.